Good evening, y'all. This is Christi Love with the Curve-Unplugged, and my segment is Life in the Curvy Lane. And this segment, I am going to talk about something near and dear to my heart. It's something that I've gone through. It's something that every woman will go through. And if you're lucky enough not to go through it, what did you do in your past life that allowed you not to have to deal with this stuff? So basically, it's called Roadmap for Sex After the Well has starts to run dry. Basically, what that means is what the title says. The well, hence your vagina, will eventually run dry, and it won't be wet. It won't be like Cardi B says, drip, drip. It'll eventually be drip, 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 and nothing. But before I get into the meat of the conversation, I just would like for you guys to do me a favor. Could you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the Curve Unplugged? Can you subscribe to our Instagram page, which is Curve Media Group? Follow me on Instagram, which is Christi, CHRISTI LOVE 06, and all the other ladies that are on our page. You should know all of us. Hopefully you are following all of us, but if you're not, that is your assignment for the evening. So let's get started. Let me give you a little background about me. Once again, I am Christi Love. I am on the Curve Unplugged. I've been with them for the past 3 years. I am 43 years old. Yeah, I know I don't look at them. No, I'm just joking. I'm 43 years old and I am in menopause. I've been in menopause since I was 31 years old. I was diagnosed with endometriosis when I was 25, and I was having complications. I had very bad periods for all my life. Since I started, I was in pain every month. Faithfully, I was in the emergency room. Demerol shots. I can name any pain pill that is on the market. I know what it is. So when it had got so bad, I was pregnant once, and I was not able to keep the baby. I lost it. And since then, I was having problems, and I was going to infertility clinics and everything like that, trying to get pregnant. But they were saying due to the endometriosis that I was having too many complications. And I went on steroids for 6 months, and I gained almost 50 pounds within that 6 months because of the steroids. And I started getting osteoporosis. So they took me off of it. And during that time, I was having more problems, more complications. So we decided to go ahead and give me a hysterectomy. I had one set of ovaries left. And so my hormonal levels were good. So I didn't have any problems. So he was telling me, my doctor at the time, that I'll be okay with that. When I had the hysterectomy, due to the adhesions that I had in my body, I wasn't able to have a full, complete hysterectomy. So I still have my cervix and about that much of my wound left. So when the month came and my period came on again, I was devastated, but it eventually tapered off. Well, during that year, after I had the hysterectomy when I was 31, I noticed for a time my sex drive just went off the roof. I just had to have sex all over the place. I didn't know why. I was like, whoo, maybe it's because I'm not having a period. So that's good for me. But it wasn't that. It was that my testosterone levels was going up because my estrogen levels were going down. And I started having mood swings. I will go to bed with clothes on, and I'll wake up with no clothes on, completely sweating from head to toe. I was having heat flashes. And I went to my doctor. Told him what's going on. This is crazy. I want sex all the time, but I'm hot. And he's like, it sounds like your ovaries died. So let me do some tests and see what's going on. So he did the test, and it came to find out that I went into menopause. I had the hormones of an 80-year-old, but I was still sexually active. It was good. I had no problem, so I didn't worry about it until I noticed when I was having sex that wet feeling that I always had. I had it in the beginning, but in the middle of sex, it started to hurt. And I was like, listen, stop what you're doing. The waterworks is getting ready to shut off. If you ain't gonna finish soon, I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna stop, because me and pain don't work very well. So I went back to my doctor and I told him, I said, there's something going on. It's not the same. And he says, you're going through what women go through, that eventually your secretions that you make downstairs are going to stop. And it's going to be, you're going to have to start implementing lubrications into your sex life. And I'm like, lube? I said, I'm going to have to put some lube in there. I said, I said, is that going to be fun? Am I going to have fun? Can I tell my partner to do it? What kind of lubes can I use? And my doctor looked at me like, Christy, not today. But I was so curious. I'm like, someone needs to tell me this thing. So I asked my mother. My mother looked at me and she said she has no problems. Read a book. Figure it out. Thanks, Mom. You were a real ball. So I did some research. I told them, okay, you got to give me something. They said they have these pills. And one of the pills were called Prempro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, but it's Prempro. I went on that pill. And the heat flashes stopped. But I forgot to read the warning labels because I have high blood pressure. And it had me in the hospital telling me, no, you can't take this. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? I need something to help combat the fact that I'm having heat flashes and my sex drive. I still want sex, but it's now getting to the point that sex is starting to hurt. So he told me to try some other magic potions and stuff like that. Use the KY jelly. And I used that for a while and it worked, but eventually it's messy. It's not all. Some people like, well, let me go, I'm being graphic, let me go downstairs and get you a little bit wetter and you'll be fine. No, sweetie, that ain't gonna work. It's not. Because with condoms and everything, it's not gonna work. So that wasn't working for me. I tried the KY warming, and KY warming is good. It warms you up. You feel that good thing. But 2 to 3 days later, you're itching. It irritates you. And for some people, it might work. Some people, it don't. So I was reading an article by Suzanne Summers, and she was telling me about bioidenticals, which are these. I don't know if the camera does it properly. I had to get this. They took my blood work and they found out where my hormone levels were, and they created a cream that matches my inside so it won't affect my health. But it does do that after a while if you use it for a long period of time. But I weighed the pros and the cons, and I pretty much use that so I won't be crazy, hot, and everything like that. Won't grow the facial hair, grow the hair on the chest and stuff like that. It's good, but it wasn't combating the dryness. So with those things, I started using lubes, and I started going through different types of lubes of trying to figure out which one would be the best one to use. And there's a lot of things out there you can do. I mean, I try to do it naturally. You have to stay hydrated. You have to drink a whole bunch of water. You have to put other omega-3 fatty acids in your diets, flax seeds. You can eat cherries, vitamin A, B, B4, B5. I was a virtual vitamin cabinet. but it wasn't still working for me. It might work for other people. So please, please research as much as you possibly can about getting different stuff to help you combat the dryness, to help you be able to do it naturally if you don't want to go the medical way. But then you can also use coconut oil. Let me tell you about the coconut oil. Coconut oil comes in that jar. You can buy it. Get organic, ladies. Get organic, or men, whichever one who's listening to me. You can get this for your women, or so on and so forth. And you can use it as with foreplay, because the coconut oil is like thick and it melts with your body heat. Put a little on your fingers, go in there. I'm not getting graphic here now, people. Go in there and do a little something, and that'll help you up, because it takes us a lot longer to get to that point than a man. So that can help you reach that point a little bit faster also. So you can use that. It doesn't taste funny if he decides to go down there and, sample the goodies. And you can be able to use that as a natural lube. Another one, please excuse that the bottle's almost half of them. Well, Astroglide. Astroglide is very good. Doctors recommend it. It's water-based. It's more close to your body feeling down there. It doesn't have an aftertaste if you're using it down there. It's quick and easy. You can go ahead and do it. It's not that expensive. I prefer this before the KYs and the warmings and everything like that. Because if you're doing everything else all right and you just need a little help, this will go a long way, the Astroglide. Now, there's another one that I recommend. It's called Yes. It's a company based in the UK. And they have an oil base, and they also have a water-based one. Now, when you use the water-based, you can use it right then and there. The oil base is normally, they have an insertion, you put it in, and they have it that you can do it one daily, and it will help lubricate the inside of your vagina. So it will help the dryness and the vaginal atrophy that happens in there. Basically, that means dry vagina. So I like that one. The only drawback is that you got to order enough because it's coming from the UK. So if you run out in the middle and you haven't resupply, then basically your sex life is going to be like you're going to have to go to the Astroglide or to the coconut oil to try and combat the other stuff that's going on. But those were with the lubes. And it's really up to you on what you feel makes you comfortable, because with every woman goes through this, but they usually don't go to it to their 50s, 55s. Some women go into menopause in their 45s, but you also have to go. Sometimes it happens when you had a baby and your estrogen level drops. You get dry down there. It also happens with breast cancer patients or any type of cancer patient because of the chemicals that's in the body, and it messes up the pH balance and everything. And it hurts. It really hurts. And it makes you feel, well, me personally, I can't say it for everybody else, but me personally, when I had to deal with the fact that at such a young age, I was told I couldn't have children. I was told that I'm not going to have the basic workings of a female because the hormones are gone. So I'm putting hormones in me just to be able to feel good enough to have sex. And then when I'm having sex, and it hurts. And it hurts to the point that sometimes it don't hurt during the actual beginning, like 5 or 10 minutes. But if you go a little bit longer than that and you finish, you go to the restroom and it's basically like you're having a period because you've basically been torn in the inside. And that's devastating to you. That's devastating to your partner, unless they're one of those creepoids and say, oh, wow, look what I did. I just knocked it out. No, you didn't. It was something else. But if that makes you feel good, then that's okay. That makes you feel good. So it hurts, and you have to find every avenue that you possibly can to combat it and to be able to enjoy sex, because sex is something that you're supposed to enjoy, not just to make the other person happy, but to make yourself happy. I mean, it's hard, but some things you got to do. So I've been using the lubes. I've been using the potions and all that good stuff. I've been reading. I've been drinking the flax seeds. I've been doing all this different type of stuff, trying to be able to be as normal as I possibly be when I decide to have sex. Because even with all this, there's no spontaneity. Oh, that's not the word. I can't be spontaneity. I cannot pronounce that word for nothing in the world. I'm sorry. I can't do it when I want to. There you go. Can't do it when I want to. So I have to plan everything out. This got to be here. This got to be here. This got to be there. I got to have this over here, over there, over there, over there. And then make sure he doesn't realize that, no, it's not you. The reason why it's like a Sahara down there is because of me. It's not you. It's me. What man is going to believe that? No, none of them. A part of them going to be like, yeah, right, you just don't want me. Or then a part of like, well, you're bad. Well, so then you have to weigh which one's the one you want to keep and which is the ones you want to get rid of. So I was researching again, and I'm like, there has to be another way for me to get some kind of relief. And the heavens opened up, and I seen this thing called Mona Lisa Touch. Let me tell you about Mona Lisa Touch. Mona Lisa Touch is a procedure that was created in Italy to help make new collagen in the vagina. So you could be able to get wet again and be able to have a normal life. Now, this is the catch. Ready? Wait for it. You have to stick a laser up inside your vagina, and they're going to burn you. Yeah, they're going to burn you. Burn you to the point that when you go into the room and you get up in these stirrups and the doctor comes in and he's like, hi, how are you? And you're like, okay, I'm fine and everything. Well, here, let me give you some goggles to put on. Goggles? Why am I putting goggles on? Oh, because the laser. What? I don't understand. Is it like a laser, like a real laser? He's like, yes, it's patent. It's a real laser. And I'm saying, why am I putting goggles on? I'm not understanding. I read the research and it said it wasn't supposed to. It's not going to hurt, but it's a laser. I said, oh, okay. So I'm laying stirrups, legs up and everything like that. Then I happened to look on the floor and there was a fan there. And I'm like, why is there a fan in the room with the laser and the goggles? He says, oh, it's because of the burning smell. I said, the burning smell? What burning smell? He says, the burning smell of your inside. I said, so you being literally the laser that you're going to stick up my vagina while I have the goggles on, and you got goggles on, and the nurse got goggles on, and it's going to burn and smell like burning flesh, so that's why you got the fan on? And he's like, yes, Miss Patton, I promise you, people, I got up. I'm like, nah, I'm not sign. I didn't sign up for this. No. He says, no. Be patient. So that was it. But let me tell you how it really is. You go in, he gives you an examination. You lay on the table. He gets a cream, and the cream is a numbing agent. And he rubs like this is your, how can I do it? This is your vagina, right? And he goes down, 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 inside. So it's to numb all that. So once he does that, you sit there for 5 minutes for it to numb you up. So then he comes back and he gets like this cup and he puts it inside your vagina. And he's like, this is to protect your outer lips so nothing will happen. And he gets the laser and it's in a tubing and it inserts it. So he turns it on. He says, okay, I'm going to turn it on and it's going to go make clicking noises. I just need for you to let me know if it hurts. If it hurts really bad, then let me know. So when he went in, it's just like a little, like a buzzing sound, and it doesn't really hurt. It stings a little. I'm not gonna say it like you don't know nothing's happening. You know something's happening, but it's not to the point like you're screaming your head off. So he does that, and it comes out, and then he does the slit. He does the burning of that, and you do smell your flesh burning, ladies. I'm not going to lie to you. You do smell it, and it's done in 3 minutes. You have to do 3 treatments, and from when you finish with that treatment, he tells you get some lotion. This is like a cream, and you have to put it on the outer parts of your lips, and you have to go a knuckle deep into your vagina to put the cream on it. You can't take a bath that first night. You have to wear a little pad because there's some surface bleeding. And I'm not going to lie to you. Your vagina feels like it was fried. It'd be real puffy. And you do that, and you wait 6 weeks. Then you go back and you do it again. And during that time, from those 6 weeks, the inside should start to grow more collagen. You usually have to get, after the first treatment, you usually can get some sensation. I didn't. It felt the same. I was still dry. I did the second treatment, and then I did the third treatment. And he said that mine was very bad, and I had to go in for 5. But by the time the 5th treatment came along, I was able to get wet. I was the happiest camper in the world. You couldn't tell me nothing. That baby was, I'm like, she works. I called my mother. I called my sister. I called all my friends in the Curve. I said, listen, it might smell like burnt bacon. I didn't mean to say it like that, but it did. It smelled like burnt bacon, and I didn't want to eat bacon no more because I'm like, it smells like this doctor's office I just came out of. But anyway, she was able to get wet. And normally, this procedure, the 3 procedure, usually runs between $1,500 to $3,000 to get done. But lately, now your doctor's office is doing it, and your insurance company is paying for it. So if you need it done, if you've gone through, because I'm a firm believer, women who had cancer, women who want to be a woman who wants to feel desirable, to feel like they did when they were 18 years old, go ahead and do it. I see some ladies go out and buy Louis Vuittons, Michael Kors, Gucci. You pay all that money for a purse. You pay all that stuff, but you won't pay $3,000 to get your vagina back to the way you were. And it has its other benefits. It tightens you up on the inside. It ain't gonna tighten up the lips parts on the outside if something's wrong with your lips. That's a whole nother procedure. But the inside is tighter. And it helps you if you had that tendency when you're laughing and you actually dribble a little, it helps that too. So you're getting a win-win. You're getting 2 for the price of 1. Where can you beat that? But my only drawback about it was my doctor, which is so good. He's based in Miami, Florida, from the University of Miami. His name is Dr. Spencer Kellogg. That baby got some big fingers. He has really big fingers, like football hands. And I'm like, I told the nurse, I said, can you tell him, can he be gentle? Because those are, no, that hurts. That really hurts. But once it got fixed and the vagina is now doing what it's supposed to do, like an 18-year-old again, like how Cardi B said, drip, drip, I had no problems. I didn't have any problems at all. I didn't see, I was like, I don't know, child, I don't know what I'm doing. That was the best feeling in the world. So I'm just telling you, ladies, that there is help out there. If you don't want to go the surgical way that I did, go ahead, invest in some Astroglide. This is your friend. If you want to get a little bit more technical and more health conscious and everything with a lube and everything, this company, yes, is the bomb. Why is everything in it is that's good is in England? Why really United States of America? Why couldn't we figure out something like that and have it here? Thank you, Ken. I'm happy for me too, girl. I don't want to cry, and I promised myself I was not going to cry, but do you know, I have been through hell and back. And that's why I started my segment, Life in the Curvy Lane. There are some things that I've gone through that some people wouldn't understand, and I'm trying to help people out there because I know there's somebody else out there going through the same thing that I'm going through. You want to be able to help people to find joy. That's what all the curve is about, is skinny, fat, whatever you want to call yourself. We're trying to help you, to educate you. There's some things that you don't know about. I did not even know about the coconut oils until I went on one girl's page, and she was telling me, I'm like, what? I can use that and use it as in foreplay, and and it gets the properties that it will help my vagina be lube, and I could be able to enjoy myself a little bit longer and not just him. I didn't know. So I'm trying to let y'all know, and I'm letting you into a piece of me that I normally don't, because I was ashamed. I thought something was wrong with me. I used to say, why is it that I have to go through all this and everybody else can go out and frolic in the streets and do whatever they want? It's life. It happens that way. But as long as I'm here and as long as I find some new stuff that I can tell you about, I'm going to instruct you on everything that you can possibly can, because sex is fun. Sex with a curvy girl is even better. I'm telling you, it's even better. So these are the things that you need to know about. So to go back and go over it, there's different things. If you notice something is going differently down there, if you notice that you usually can do 2 orgasms and still be wet, that the bed is drip and you got to wear a towel. I didn't learn about my sexuality until my late 30s. No one ever taught me how my body worked. I agree with you 100%. No one taught me either. I had to learn the hard way. My poor sister, my mother, and my cousins, they were like, Christy, baby, please. It's called personal space. Don't tell us all your stuff. But I needed to know. No one would tell me. And when I was diagnosed with endometriosis, they didn't even want to say I had it, because it was honestly a working woman's disease, someone in their late 30s and 40s, not when I was diagnosed in my 20s, early 20s. And they said it wasn't possible for me to have it. And I did. Pamela says, will this be something for a person that still get wet and after the big one, she is dry and no more sex? Good question, Pamela. Yes, it is. When you're doing, if you can have that big orgasm and you dry up, you're going through that hormonal imbalance. You haven't gone through the menopausal state completely. You still got hormones running with you, but your hormones are not at the peak level. Just like the commercials with the testosterone, and the men don't do it as good as it used to, but they can still do it. That's basically what's happening to us. Our estrogen level has dropped. So therefore, you still have enough estrogen in you to have some lubrication, but it doesn't last as long. You used to go an hour if he knew what he was doing and he was doing it right, but then it might drop to 30 minutes. It might drop to 10 minutes. It can go for flipping to 4 or 5 different positions to, baby, you got 2 positions. First, second, get out. That's it. You ain't get yours. We're gonna have to try something different. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to research. You have to do different things. So be Be one with your vagina. That sounds so corny, but it's the truth. Be one with your vagina. Be able to know what is normal and what is not normal. That is why you have the World Wide Web and a doctor's office. Go see your gynecologist. Don't just go and do it and you go for your pap smear and that's it. When you go there, that's what that doctor is for. If you're not comfortable with a male doctor and asking him these questions, by all means, get a female. Ask her, is it normal that I have one orgasm and then I get real dry? Is it normal that when he goes in and the friction is good for the first couple of strokes, but after that, you feel like you're cutting me up. And when you're finished and you look down, you have blood everywhere. You're welcome, Pamela. So you have blood everywhere. So you need to be able to know your body so you can ask the pertinent questions. Because the older you get, your hormones are going to fluctuate and it will eventually happen. Sometimes we be blaming ourselves and the men are the issues. Do you feel comfortable teaching your partner what to do? I'm shy when it comes to that. Yes, I have no problems with teaching my partner. The reason I say that is because if I don't teach him what makes me happy and doesn't hurt me, I'm laying there and I'm being miserable while he's being happy. Sex is fun. Sex shouldn't be a chore. Sex shouldn't be that I'm not getting what I need and you're getting everything, or you're not getting what you need and I'm getting everything. It has to balance itself out. You have to talk to him. Tell him, let's play a game. Let's be student and teacher. I'm going to teach you something and you're going to show me how you learn. Make it fun. Because if you don't, you're going to start getting to the point that you're not going to really crave sex, because sex all starts here in your brain. If this is not here, the body is not going to follow. But if you're here with it, the body will follow it and it will be the most pleasurable thing in the world. I unfortunately Betty said the hormone imbalance before, during, and after menopause is the key. It is control. Correct. It's short. Let me tell you something. I went from like I said, 31, when I did the hysterectomy and started going through the mood swings. I went from crying to happy to that I needed sex and I was the most aggressive person in the world, till I didn't want it at all. Until I go right back to a vicious cycle and then I want it again. So I had to go to my doctor and tell him, listen, because I had a male doctor at the time. I said, listen, you got to give me something to help me because this is not normal. So then you have to look at your health to see if you can do the Prim-Pro, because the Prim-Pro is normally, the first when I started taking it, it was made from horse urine, a pregnant horse urine. So horse and human, not the same thing. So therefore they clash and it start to affect my heart. So I basically can't use any of that stuff. So the bioidenticals were the only thing that I can basically take to combat the hormones, the hot flashes and everything, but it didn't stop the vaginal dryness. It stopped the heat flashes, it stopped the mood swings, but it didn't do anything for the vaginal dryness. Now they have it. If you go to the doctor, they give you a base estrogen cream that you can put up there. And it does work, but you have to understand, what if many people don't realize that it causes mental issue also. No, Betty, they don't until they get on the receiving end of those mental issues. Yeah, when your hormones go out of whack, they find out the hard way. And sometimes in people like, oh, you're going through menopause. Are you going through menopause? That is the most insulting thing to say to a woman. Yes, I'm going through menopause, but that doesn't mean for you to make it seem like it's a dirty thing. It is a natural process. Every woman is going to go through it. But I need for you to be caring and understanding and supportive with me when I'm going through these trials. And some people don't do that. Some people are not supportive with you when you're going through these things. So this is when you have to take and stop. Like I was telling Keena, you have to stop and be able to take care of yourself, get you fixed, know what's going on with your body, and then you can be able to bring somebody else into the picture. Because sometimes when women go through menopause and they're married, they lose their husband because that person is just that, not that understanding of the trials and the trauma that is going through this woman. She has one moment she's happy, one moment she's sad, one minute she can do what everything she used to do downstairs, and then some minute that it hurts to the point that even a finger trying to go up them, it's like you're cutting us up in the inside. Some women are lucky and they don't have to deal with none of this, but there's a larger portion of women that are going through that. And God forbid you are somebody who is dealing with cancer and you're introducing estrogen down there, and that doesn't help with your cancer. So you can't use all the estrogen, especially with breast cancer patients. So you got to catch 22. So you're not supposed to have sex anymore. You're cured. You're in remission, but then your other part of your life stopped. That's why I am so happy about the Mona Lisa touch. That's why I will tell any woman out there. That's why if you buy purses, I love hair, I love all that stuff. But when you want the basic thing that's going to help you be able to live a good sex life, pay the money. Or if your insurance pays for it, try it. What's the worst they can say? No. Okay, then you know what you have to do. You know you have to be able to do something else in order to get these treatments. But I'm very passionate about this because this is something that is affecting me, and I know other people that it's affecting. But back to what I was saying before, know your body. I have several friends that have tried Mona Lisa Touch. Yes. Hey, Loogie. Yes, love the Mona. I learned about the Mona Lisa Touch from my sister, which is Pamela, and because one of her friends had it. And I was like, you know what? I might as well try, because I know my mom's going to kill me. My mom is the sweetest thing in the world. She's 69 years old, and she can't even go to the gynecologist to get a pap smear, because just by them putting KY in her and trying to put the specula in her, it tears her as soon as they open it, because she's just that dry. And she can do the Mona Lisa Touch, but my mom is old school. She doesn't want to go through that. She's terrified. I believe it is because she's terrified of the pain. And I understand, because it hurts. And if you can get it done, get it done. That is, I get it done. Trust and believe. If you want any more information about it, when we upload this to YouTube, in the little box on the bottom, it will have links in there. If you need to know more about it, you're more than welcome to DM me on my Facebook page, which is Christi Patton, ChristiPatton. Or when you follow me on Instagram, Christi Love 06, or even when you send a message through the Curve on our Facebook page, they all filter to all of us. I will be more than willing to help you any questions that you'll have, because the procedure is awesome. If you're in the Dade, Broward, or Palm Beach area, Dr. Spencer Kellogg in Miami, he is awesome. Very nice, very sweet. He tells you everything that you basically would need to know about the procedure, and he'll walk you through it. It had got to the point when I went to the clinic and I seen 70-year-old, little 69-year-old ladies in there, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, what are they doing here? And I asked the nurse, I'm like, not being funny or anything, are they here for Dr. Kell? She says, yes, honey, they all show up here for him and they leave very happy. And I'm like, wow, if you not have to figure out what works for you, if not, you have to, wait, I'm sorry. Mentally, so if not, you have to figure out what works for you the best. Yes, you do. If the Mona Lisa touch is not for you, trial and errors, baby. Bioidenticals will help with the hormones. If you want to go the natural route, like I said, the omega-3 fatty acids, all of evening primrose, stay super hydrated. That's when that eight ounces of water, or is it eight, a gallon of water a day. I don't drink water. I don't like water, but I need to. So even now when I've been starting that, I've been implementing more water, and I've noticed, it helps out. Flax seeds, when you're doing your shakes in the morning, throw some flax seeds in there, some cherries. Look at that, cherries. You know what? They say funny. Cherries. Do your vitamins. And they even said hemp oil helps down there. If you do little trees and stuff like that, put it down there. Make sure you work it out with your job first, ladies. I don't know if it's going, if you have to do a PP test, if it's going to be bad, but that is something you. Thank you for the information. I'm going to make my appointment. See? And see, when you make those appointments, you won't be considered selfish. That's an inside joke, Pam. You won't be selfish. Anyway, so there's different things, because I'm going to wrap this up, and I want you guys to understand that I love you. I'm trying to help you. I am a firm believer of Team Vagina, Wet Vagina, because Cardi B done came out with this song, Drip Drip, and I want to be able to sing that song, Drip Drip. But see, and I did the Mona Lisa, I can do the drip. And if I do everything else that I'm supposed to, I'm going to eventually get to the drip drip. Oh, I'm sorry. With the Mona Lisa touch, after you finish the 3 procedures, I did 5 because I was a little more messed up down there. I am very happy and satisfied with my Mona Lisa touch. I bet you are, Loogie. But when you do the 3 procedures, you don't have to come back for a whole year, and they'll do one treatment to keep it up. So it's like you do 3, 6 weeks between each one. So it's 1, 6 weeks, 1, 6 weeks, 1, 6 weeks. You're done. You don't go back in again until you go for the year makeup. I have to go 6 months. I'm a little messed up, so I just had to compensate for it in other ways. That's a whole nother story. There's another show. I'm gonna tell you about it, because you need to have a backup plan if this doesn't work. That's all I gotta say. So we got bioidenticals, and they come, and you click it twice. Mine's I have to do. I do it on each arm. I click it and I put it on the arm and I rub it in. Once in the morning, once at night, and when with my toys or with a partner, Astroglide, it works. If you've seen our last show, if you didn't, check it out on our YouTube page, and you have to subscribe so you can see it on our YouTube page, the Curve-Unplugged. You can use this down in the girls or the poop for anal. Works both ways. Yes, this company, yes, I'm telling you, yes, the UK, look it up. Get the stuff. They have a sample package, and it gives you the suppositories, the oil, the liquid, and it comes in a little kit, and it's only $20.99 after taxes and everything, and then they ship it to you from the UK. So you can try it out before you go ahead and commit fully to it. Get your flax seeds in, ladies. Get your cherries. Get your omega-3s. On my flour, huh? I don't understand. Okay. Get your flax seeds, your oils, coconut oil, organic. Not that regular one, organic version. Get that, and you can use that as your foreplay. Tell them to help you out. This is a participation class. Tell them to go in there and do what you got to do. The creams, yeah, the Astroglide, yeah, you put this on your flower. This one goes with you're still in your treatments. You haven't did your full 3. So you can use this. You see, I ain't got that much in here. So you can use this. This doesn't leave an aftertaste. So if he should happen to go down there, if you want to be prepared before he gets there, it's not going to take away from that. He won't taste it. And it feels just like you. It doesn't have a thick feel, or you will still sound like the macaroni and cheese. The Yes is the same way you use that inside the vagina. The coconut oil you'll use inside the vagina. Water, vitamins, research, ask questions to your doctor. Make sure you teach him that when you're going through this, it's not his fault. It's not your fault. It's Mother Nature's fault. And that y'all just gonna have to make it work. If not, if he is not that understanding and he can't understand that there's going to be some time that you're not going to be able to last the whole night, he needs to be understanding with that and know that the next day we could try it again. When you first don't succeed, try again. And that concludes the roadmap for sex when the well starts to run dry. So, ladies, I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope you enjoyed talking to me. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free. DM me, Christi Patton. You can do it and send us a message on the Curve on Facebook. You can do it on when you subscribe. You're welcome. When you subscribe to our Instagram page, which is Curve Media Group. When you subscribe to my page, Christi Love 06. All the other, you're welcome, ladies. All our other ladies are on our Facebook page and on our Instagram page, so you will see their handles and you can subscribe to them. Please, we have so many talented women on our team showing the world that curvy women can do everything that everybody else can. And we have the same problems that everybody else does. But we just do it with a little bit more grace. That's all. And subscribe to the YouTube page, the Curve-Unplugged. And stay tuned to our page because we're going to have some exciting things coming up. And you're going to have to do participation in order to be able to be blessed with some of the things that we're going to be giving away. So you have a nice night. Peace. And I'm out of here.